this is going to be a very special episode because
I like special.
all we're going to do is say congrats to WongFu for 20 years.
Wow. 20 years, WongFu.
20 years, man.
That's tight.
Yeah.
So they started in 2003?
Yeah.
At UCSD, huh?
When did you guys start?
2007.
What was the first thing that you guys did with WongFu?
Oh, with?
What was the first thing?
The first thing you collaborated on?
I don't think we actually collabed on a video, have we? Oh,
Ever?
Wait. No, they had us on Asian Bachelor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We did that.
Steve was on that.
Yeah.
You were on that too?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, but
I didn't think so.
But I don't even remember. Wait, did they shoot Ryan's thing? Ryan Higa's best crew thing? Were you guys a part of that?
No.
No, we weren't on that.
Wait, they did Girls on the Dance? Not Girls on the Dance.
The first thing we did with them
Dance
was,
Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we did this. Far East Movement had a song called Dance Like Michael Jackson back in like 2000, I want to say 7 or something.
Something like
7
that.
or 8.
Yeah.
And then Philip was, I don't know if all of WongFu did it, but I remember Philip was there. And then that was the first time that we worked with them. We did the music video for it. It was like Quest Crew, Far East Movement, and WongFu, like the 3 together.
Cool.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
I don't know.
I feel like they had us play a something in whatever, but
Like little bit
Just a
parts.
bunch of like random. I remember
Yeah.
being in a music video with David Choi and Kev Jumba. I forgot if Ryan Higa was in it.
Oh, what was that?
That's the first time I saw Anthony in person, I think.
Oh, really?
I was like, man, this fat guy loves to smoke cigarettes. Because he was fat.
and he just kept
And
smoking.
he kept smoking cigarettes in between every fucking take.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude, this will stress the fuck out, I think.
That's really
That's what they do, right?
that's really what you thought that then?
Yeah.
Man, this fat guy like smoking cigarettes.
It's funny because you would never think that to Anthony.
A fat smoker.
I was like, that doesn't describe him at all.
My favorite is like when they have, you know, because they have Bopomofo like, very nearby.
Very good.
And now like, because these guys were always ripping on WongFu. Like when I first came, there'd be like jokes and shit. And then I think one time you were like saying that, all right guys, if any of you guys are in the area, you need to take a shit, go to Bopo. It was like, it was like after we went there to, I guess we got drinks there after one of the adventures.
Oh, the stinky tofu
Yeah,
night?
after Stinky Toe, we went to Bopomofo. And then
Like, don't even go there for the drinks. Just use their bathroom.
it's a great toilet. You guys can just clog it up.
It's very good.
It's actually really good.
I like their teas.
Because it's a spin on like Taiwanese food with like modern fusion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's like one of my favorite things. They had so they have like a bolo sandwich thing, which is like a you know like the bolo bao, and they make like but they use like the Nashville fried chicken in the middle. That was crazy good. I had their like mapo tofu, but instead of mapo tofu, it's like mapo tater tots. So they'll take like Taiwanese things and spin it with American. It was really good.
My favorite thing was, so they came out with a video recently, kind of like commemorating their 20 years. And even though you know how many people they've put on through the years, you will still be like, that's more than I thought. Like, because they put it all in a row and you get to see just like everybody in there, you know, like Kina Granis, like a lot of people's introduction to so many of the Asian artists and actors honestly was WongFu. Like it's pretty trippy. Like Simu's on there, of course, you guys know.
You were on Asian Bachelor with them, I think. Weren't we?
You did the first one.
I did the first.
Oh, okay. I did the second one. You did the first. Okay.
It's cool to see like
That was
even,
like a reunion kind of.
Yeah, that was cool. Like seeing everyone just wait.
Yeah, that was dope.
Oh,
Everybody all together.
Also, they did ISA,
Right.
which was so good. Like,
Yeah, and we performed at like a few ISAs.
yeah, there was nothing really during that time except for collaboration that brought talent together in a community.
Yeah, even
Like-
the ISA basketball games.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's them, huh?
that was them. The charity basketball events. Yeah,
They really did put a lot of like people on from that specific community.
I don't know if it was Kev Jumba or them, but then we all did a soccer game for charity event too.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but no one watches soccer, so.
Yeah, it's dope. If you guys have a moment, like check it out. It's just the video's like 4 minutes long, but it just shows everybody in a row. You just like remembered how how everything looked back then, like seeing Kathy Nguyen in a video and then
Sea Dog.
AJ, and like just all them, like seeing them in a row over the years, even like Harry Shum and like just it just like really is a nice nostalgia dose.
They really did it for like the Asian American culture.
They did it,
and they've stuck to it, and that it's still like what they're about now.
Yeah.
And they're seriously like, you know how they're brand a nice guy, right? And it's like, yeah, right. Like, are you really? No, it's like, no, they genuinely are nice fucking people. And like, and even though Ted went off to doing his own thing, like even like just individually, they're like genuinely cool ass nice folks, right? Yeah. So this is I mean, as a fan, like I'm just like, I'm sad that like they're not all three creating content all the time, but I know like even for us, we couldn't. Like for JK Films, right? It's like YouTube making sketches and shorts and stuff like that. Like it's hard, but they actually keep doing it.
Yeah. And they're one of the first ones that I ever saw do, you know, like romantic like comedy or romantic things with like Asian Americans
with
in
like
general.
bomb-ass writing.
Good writing and like stuff that you can kind of see. Yeah.
No kung fu.
That's why I was never casted.
I like that they even put Victor Kim on, like when they had that was it Away We
with
they like gave him a shot and he wasn't like acting or anything, but then they literally approached him like, hey, you want to be this character, and that like changed his whole like thing. Like he really like got a big self-esteem boost from that.
That they showed us like what was possible, because we always get compared to them because there were only two kind of YouTube Asian film teams, but then all we were doing was literally like, oh, WongFu did that, cool. And later on, I found out from Phil that he was looking at JK like, oh, you guys are turning this into a business. And I'm like, you did this first.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, like they came out with the awkward animals and they're telling us like, yeah, merch is the way to go. Because during this time, AdSense wasn't making a lot of money. Because we're just bootstrapping everything from AdSense. And then they're like, you guys need to like do merch and stuff. And we're like, oh, merch. And then they hooked us up with their Connect. And that's when we did the Uncle Sam hats.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So the people that was making awkward animals, you know, helped us make some of our first merchandise, and then we got into all that because that's like how you feed the art, right? You need business behind it.
So throughout the time that like it was like WongFu and you guys, did you communicate a whole lot about just what you guys were all doing?
Not really.
Because it's funny that like from the outside, like we would assume that because you guys are the people making shit, I just thought you guys were talking all the time.
I think we would talk for events and talk here and there, but not like
business.
Yeah, not as like us and David would talk way more.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like we were like the two neighbors on the street that talked a lot. I think it was just like we would talk whenever we ran into each other at events, but I don't think we like actually communicated on a personal level.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, like Phil would come through and we would collaborate, and then it was always this mutual respect. But I think like me personally, I wasn't very business minded, so it never went beyond like, hey, I like you, let's hang out, and then like just talk about normal shit. Right. And I'll be like, okay, see you next time when I see you at an event or whatever.
Right.
But then it never went beyond that.
Yeah.
But like I think it's because maybe I felt like they were always busy, or like just, you know, subconsciously you think, oh, they're probably like, I don't want to bother them.
They probably thought the same about you guys.
Yeah. Whereas someone like David, I'm like, you ain't doing shit. Get your ass over here. Let's go play basketball every day. You know, it's different.
Oh, we've had basketball games with Phil too.
We did though. Yeah, you're right.
We used to play basketball here when we had like a whole like crew and staff, probably 2 or 3 times a week. And I knew Phil played basketball because of the ISA basketball, and then he would come down and we'd go play. Yeah, but I always felt grateful when Phil would invite us to stuff, because I knew what he was trying to do, which is like build up like the whole Asian American culture and like have more presence. So he didn't have to, but he would always invite us to do like, remember that one thing we shot at the YouTube studio in Playa del Rey?
Oh yeah.
Like he would always like, I would always feel him like try to craft this Asian American narrative, and then in his brain I can almost feel like, well, it's not Asian American narrative without the influence of JK. So even when he wrote that book, he wrote it with Angry Asian Man, like kind of documenting the last 20 years. Like he put JK in it too. So I would always felt like he like, oh yeah, JK has a huge influence.
That's dope.
Like I'd always feel him try to pull us in, which is really cool.
I think that's what people don't know about WongFu is like, you might just enjoy their videos and content, but they're actually like community builders. Like they build like a whole platform. So like, and then they invite everybody. Because most people are like I'm just trying to be famous myself, or like I'm out here making films for myself, right? Like us, like we're not building a whole fucking show and inviting everybody to be a part of the variety show or whatever. Like everyone's just in their own game. Whereas Phil, I think, is like thinking about how do you build an industry around this thing we have, or like he thinks on a bigger kind of scale. Right. Yeah, so I think like that was the cool thing about it is when he partnered up with like Facebook, and like he would do things like that charity basketball event, ISA, whatever, annually, and he's always thinking about like how do you tie this in and build like a huge audience and then collaborate. And that's what I like loved about it is it's always this like collaborative like approach from them instead of like competitive.
I felt like they were always really good at doing that, and it was inspiring to like want to do the same thing with the same tone. Yeah, to be more like inclusive with everybody doing the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I also think a lot of people don't have the capabilities that they did of putting on an event, even if they wanted to, because we looked into the whole economics of it. We wanted to get an auditorium and all that, and then like they were able to get like AT&T, they were able to get like major sponsors. And I think it's because the whole Nice Guy brand, like they don't cuss, like there's like it's brand friendly, right? When you're brand friendly, you could pull bigger projects together because more people are willing to jump on board.
Sure, yeah.
Over here, we're talking about fucking rim jobs all day. And it's kind of hard to get AT&T jumping on board. You know what I mean? Like
Metro PCS maybe?
Maybe Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Maybe. But then I always felt like the way that they were tying things together with mainstream and then community building, that was a big inspiration for me. Because I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, we can do that, but the degenerate way. You know, so who are the sponsors that will it's like maybe Bang Bus will sponsor us, or like, you know what I mean, like we're trying to find our AT&T.
That's actually a good idea,
you know.
It's funny because like
prepaid T-Mobile is like
it's just like you said. I think like the same thing happened to us when we were like all doing the same Asian Americans in independent entertainment conquest. We all thought everyone was so busy.
Like the Quest crew?
Yeah, everybody. Like I thought you guys were busy. Sure. Like I was like, all right, I gotta.
You know what? I'm not a hood hopping bitch. So when I saw that Kev Jumba and Ryan Higa and the Yum Yum, not the Yum Yum crew, but the and then they like you guys teamed up with Quest.
YTF.
Oh, YTF. I was like, all right, that's their clique. In my head, I'm like, that's their gang.
It was just Dietrich's and Victor though. We weren't even.
Yeah, we didn't even see.
But you guys were all purple.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
That's Jake's fault. It's your fault.
Yeah. Well.
That's purple, right? That you guys are the purple jackets, the YTF. We wanted to create the WTF. We are the what the fuck, man, because when they look at us, they're like, what the fuck? I don't want Asian representation from this group.
We're not affiliated with them.
You guys are YouTube friends, and then the what the fuck.
Well, see, that's what's nice about WongFu is that no matter how much off the rails you went, they always made sure to include you in the credits of like these guys did.
100%. I felt always unworthy of the inclusion, like being included, because I always felt like I didn't fit in with the normal.
Yeah, you're a rim job guy.
Yeah. I am. I don't want to taint the brands that
with your taint.
No, because dude, look at ISA, awkward like it's cute, it's clean.
Yeah.
What we did it was like, bro, come on, man, like.
That
It
dirty.
was not cute.
But at least for like Asian like entertainment, like we're all kind of in the same thing.
Yeah,
so we're
it's
still the same community.
You're still representing
It's
a real
just like
person.
a different channel.
Exactly. Yeah.
sure.
Exactly.
One's the porn channel, and then the other one's Sesame Street, PBS, and yeah.
Yeah. Congrats, WongFu, for 20
Congrats.
20 years holding down for the Asian community, just everybody in general.